Hello, hello, Karibuni, and welcome to Afrocentric Spaza. I'm so excited. I have 200 friends following me here in YouTube. I know it's not a lot, but it's not about numbers. It's about, positivity, yeah, and the real average life. Anyways, everybody in this world, I assume, has been conned. Even in the Bible, you know, there was a con man called Zacchaeus. Yeah, and he told Jesus, he repented, he confessed his sins, and yeah. So, this video, I'm going to discuss about how I was conned, and it's a warning if you are going to buy a car in Australia or any overseas country. It will be quite similar. You know, this is a very good tip, so please listen very, very carefully. So here I am. I was so excited. As you can see, I was on my way to catch a bus to go and view this car. I had paid a deposit thinking it was too good to let go because I had checked online on Gumtree, and the car looked really, really good, no scratches, very clean inside. Yeah, this car was a Honda SUV, 4x4, made in the year 2001. Guys, that car looked very, clean inside. It's like they had given it some professional thorough cleaning, and it looked like the car had not been used so much, and the mileage was 180,000, you know um, which is quite shocking for, yeah, a big country like Australia. So yeah, these are the things to look at, when buying a car: mileage and the engine. So you should never buy a car if you have not looked at it. So yeah, whether you have been conned, to put a deposit before, or if you have never been, I recommend you guys to never ever put a deposit, even if it's $2, because these car dealers will never refund that money. Yeah, you would think a car dealer, has done all the work, taking the car to a mechanic, you know, polished and refurbished the car, and you do not need to do much. But there's some very bad car dealers out there. Yeah, so you just have to be very careful and always check. So you see, this was the car dealer I went to. I'm telling you, when I went there, before I even tested drive my car, I saw another customer came back with a car that they had just done a test drive for like 2 minutes, and something just popped off the engine. So I thank God that I prayed, to please give me a sign if this is a bad car dealer. So that was a good, sign before I even test drive the car. And when I saw this other cars the car dealer was selling on his, website, they looked all good, all new. But when you came and looked at them inside, they just looked different because, he had photoshopped, polished the photos so that you cannot even see any sand. And look, I can see sand in this car. The car was just old and different from what I'd seen in the photo. The chairs looked just no scratches or anything. which is ridiculous for a car that is that old. Are you trying to tell me that that car was driven and nobody actually sat in that car other than the driver? Yeah, and the engine just sounded, raggedy, or I don't know how to, describe, but you'll feel it. Yeah. So just look. I wish I had taken a screenshot of the photos in the website on Gumtree so that you can see the before and after photos. And I did try to look back on Gumtree for this car dealer to see if he had relisted that Honda 2001, but he did not. So, yeah, probably he knew that I had realized he is dodgy, because even when I went there, the the driver's window could not even open. Imagine a very hot country like Australia, which gets, those humidity, yeah, and your driver's window cannot open. How ridiculous is that? You can faint while driving.
Cylinder, four cylinder, not six cylinder, four cylinder.
Did you guys hear the sound of that engine? It just sounded like some, an old toy car. I just felt like this car was just taking parts from something or somewhere, and they just probably even triggered the mileage. Conmen, please repent. Thank you everyone for watching this video, and I hope it has inspired conmen and also non-conmen. Goodbye.